Starting with seated breath, so you can sit with your legs in or out depending on how you're feeling, what mood you're in. Back to a wall if you would like. And we're going to start by just taking some really big breaths up and down the spine from the belly. Giving yourself the opportunity to lift and lengthen through the body. We're going to steady our breath with a 4-4 rhythm. So I'm going to see if we can take a big breath in for the count of 4 and then let it out for the count of 4. When you feel that breath starting to move steady, we're going to use it for a seated cat-cow. I'm going to take that big breath in, I'm going to draw my belly to my spine, tuck my chin and round. And I'm going to breathe out and unravel the other way. And by working with those even breaths, it's going to encourage us a nice even movement. Steady flow through the body. Next time your body rolls up and out, just bring yourself back to a neutral spine. Let the ear fall to the shoulder. Doesn't matter which one, let all the breath empty. And we're going to flow across. So our in breath is going to take us up and over. And our out breath is going to release the other side. Next time you find yourself coming up to the middle, let your chin draw up to your chest. Having a moment where we just encourage the weight of the head to release. And a gentle rock side to side with a light lift out of the chin to shift the stretch across the back of the neck. Gently lifting up the center. As we breathe in, we're going to lift the shoulders up. We'll breathe out, we gently squeeze them back down and in, feeling the shoulder blades begin to knit together. Then we're going to take a light release of the wrist. So shoulder to elbow to palm facing up, other palm over the top, pressing the fingertips down. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, applying a light pressure. Releasing with a wriggle of the fingers, a circle of the wrist, and maybe just a general shake of the arm, if you maybe felt that somewhere up towards the shoulder. And then we take it to the other side. So find that line, palm to palm, big breath. Breathing out to release. Releasing with the fingers, with the wrists, gentle shake. I'm just going to take a light twist from side to side. So we're going to choose a side to turn towards and let all of your breath out. And flow by breathing in and round. Now you can choose to stay right up here at the top, or what you can do is lightly hinge from your hips so that your fingertips are sweeping around in front of you. Which is still going to bring us that twist, but there's just a little bit more extension from the back. And you can take that a little bit further forward if you like. Just finding that right spot for you. The speed is also dictated by you and your breath. You might find a spot where you actually want to just pause for a second and linger, that's fine too. Bring yourself to the middle. Whether you're upright or slightly forward, take a moment to pause. And then let the body come up. A little shake. Okay, I'm going to switch on the core. So if you want to come down onto the ground, onto your back, just check there's nothing on your mat or in your space. We're going to start with a warming movement, our power abdominals, mainly for the upper abs. So take a moment, let anything click and clunk its way down as you've moved, feet on the floor. Supporting your head how you see fit. We're going to roll the shoulders down from the ears, lots of space in the neck. Belly button lightly coming towards the spine. Then we take a big breath in. And as we breathe out, we power down as the body comes up. And then we reverse it. Now I want you to keep going for another 10 of those. And each time you do it, can we get bigger power breath coming out as we draw down to feel a warmer connection in the middle and get the body temperature up sufficiently as well. After you do reach number 10, shouldn't say that down the street, not the place to be at the moment, is it? Drop the weight of the head, either lay completely flat or give your knees a little hug and have a little rock. Okay, shifting the focus into the back of the body a little bit more. We're going to let the feet land. As they land, the knees are going to drop out wide and we're going to press the feet in together. So we're in our reclined bound angle. We can start to feel a light stretch on the inside of the legs coming from the hips. Arms are nice and soft. We're going to push the feet together, squeeze the bum until you can lift the hips and lower. Push the feet in, rise and sink. So keep that moving. You choose the speed you move at, feel in control of it. And what can sometimes happen is the knees want to come in together. I'm going to try and keep them in their own space. So we get a nice blend of strength and stretch. Next time, then land. Bring the feet in. Knees get a hug. The option with that is always to just have the feet on the floor in line with the bum and do your regular lift and lower, kind of a bridge lift, if opening out the knees doesn't feel right. Okay, holding the legs where you feel comfortable. Let's take the feet in the air, give the toes a wiggle. Can you press into the bottom of your feet so your toes separate a little bit, see what mood they're in? And then take legs for a walk to open up the back of the knees. Both legs to the sky. Relax your arms. You can have as much knee bend as you like, because it depends what your hamstrings are feeling like. Feet to the sky, arms to the floor. Bring your belly down. Think about bringing your toes down. Slide your bum away a bit. Slide your fingertips away. Okay, keeping the legs up, just bringing a little softness. Tap them down whenever you like. One leg on repeat. Push it away. Open. Close. Pick it up. We'll do another 3 on the same leg. Push. Open. Close. And pick it up. Moving to a point where you feel in control. You maybe feel a little challenge coming in the bottom part of your belly, particularly on one side. After number 4, we're going to swap. And the 4th one, knees to chest, little rock from side to side. Landing the feet, just to get a little bit of blood flow, a little bit of connection back through. We're going to do that last move one more time, but you've got 2 choices. You either do 2 on one leg and 2 on the other, or you do 4 with both legs together. Entirely up to you. So we bring the legs back up. Set our body position, press away lightly into the feet, so 1 leg or 2. Push, out, in, and up. Push. On the last one, just briefly, let's push the feet away again, draw the toes down, draw the belly down, slide the bum away, slide the fingers away. Long, strong body. And then feet to the floor. Okay, hopefully we're feeling warmer. We've got the breath flowing more freely. We're going to find our way to our feet and use that for an actual flow. So, I'm going to go this way this evening, just for a change. If you're on your mat, you're going to come to the top short end of it. Otherwise, remember, just check that you've got nothing behind you in your space that you're going to step on or kick. You're going to come to the top of your space initially. We are staying there for a little while, so if you want to face somewhere different, that's fine. You want to come into your mountain position, your Tadasana, hips, knees, centre of your ankle. Have a look at your feet. Will your toes spread out anymore? What mood are they in? I'm going to move off the mat so I'm not under the light. Light grip of the ground, light draw out of the knees, zip the body up, and let the arms draw back and down. Okay, choose a leg to bring forward. It doesn't matter where it lands. Once it's moved, the one you left behind is your anchor. So let's soften the knee and squeeze the bum a little bit on that one. Zip up so we're nice and tall. The one we've moved, little diagonal swing. Now the challenge is to bring the swing from the hip down to the foot and not let the upper body get involved in the movement. So you feel quite isolated through this leg. Let the foot land. And then let's realign. So coming back every time to that strong mountain. When the foot shifts, bring your awareness to your base foot. And then when you're ready, you got it? Release it. A little shake of the legs. Okay. Rather than taking your foot out to the front, we're going to take it out to the side. So come back to the leg you started on. Find your balance in the standing leg, avoiding leaning into it. Let's, from up here down to the heel, lift up the leg to a point and hold. Toes are forward, palms forward, fingertips pressed down. Now can we reach the arms a little higher? Can we tip over, lift the leg a bit and move the body over the standing leg? And then release. You got it? So, strong and tall. Anchored foot. Lifting leg, toes are forward. You're going to feel it from right up here. Drawing away. Body's still upright. Palms are forward. Arms reach up to the sky. Keep the shoulders down. Can we tip? And let it go. Good, well done. Little shake. Okay, coming to the top of your mat, into your mountain, you have two choices. We're going to fold, but we're going to stay in the fold for a little bit longer than normal. If staying in a fold for a long time isn't right for you, what you're going to do is you're going to hold yourself in a supported half fold. Two reasons. One, sometimes we go dizzy because we've got our head below our heart. And two, you just maybe don't like being folded in that way. It's up to you. It can sometimes not feel right in the back of the body. So I'm going to let you pick. Toes are spread, nice and tall. Take a big breath in and up. Breathing out to fold the body, coming all the way down for everyone. That's it. Bending the knees, enough so you feel folded. You feel a connection belly to thigh. Tucking the chin for a long neck. And as we breathe out, we're going to lightly press the hips back and up to give them more space behind the thigh. So we are going to stay here for a while. So your option at any point or for the whole duration is to come to here instead. Still lengthening through the spine, still getting that lift in the belly, that space, that stretch, but perhaps just a little bit more comfortable. If you have chosen to stay in the fold, your option is to take hold of your elbows with your hands and put your ears between your arms. And maybe then have a little sway from side to side. What then happens is as we sway one way, create a little bit more space on the side we move away from. Coming back to the middle, letting our out breath drop us more. If you are in the half fold, let yourself ease down. Let's all bring hands to floor and soften knees. Big step back with the right foot. Push the heel away, feel that length. Left foot comes back also. We lift the hips into down dog. As we breathe in, we roll the body forward to high plank, knowing that we can stay here, or we can land the knees. We breathe out and guide our body down. Toes point away, light squeeze of the bum. Small cobra, breathing in, rolling shoulders back, down and in. Breathing out and down. 3 more. Okay, pushing through the hands, shifting our body back to all fours. We're actually going to create a flow with child's pose. So what we're going to do is take the knees a little wider, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, sit back. And as you breathe in, a light grip in the hands. And drawing the body a little bit further forward than you normally would. And then sitting back. As we come forward, we lift the belly, we roll the shoulders back, we feel strong. And then we let it go. And lengthen the spine. Next time you find yourself at the back of this in your child's pose, let your body sink. Your head's going to be on the ground or near to it, so let's give the mind a moment of stillness. And take a couple of really big breaths. lifting through hands when you're ready, lifting the body back through, coming to all fours. Exploring our way back into down dog. Softening through the knees. A big step with the right foot, followed by the left or lots of little baby steps until you find yourself back at the top of your mat. Emptying all the breath out of your body. We're going to breathe in and roll up. As your eyes come up, breathe out, roll your shoulders back, and give everything a little shake. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time without the leg swings at the beginning. So coming to the top of your space, take a moment to find your height and your strength in mountain. And when you're ready, extend, big breath in and up. Breathing out, coming all the way down. You have the same options. You take a moment to fold, and then you can stay here or you can lift back up to half. If you're staying here, you may wish to bring the arms together. You may also wish to have a little sway. If you do choose to start to move, you're quite close with eye gaze to knee, so you can just check that your knees are stable and that your legs aren't moving with you. That way the movement's going to come from where we want it to come from, and the knees are going to be safe and they're going to be stable. Okay, let's find the center. If you're in half, gently ease your way down. Hands to ground, softer knees. Big stride back through the left. Feel that press away into the heel. Pushing the body away into down dog. Big breath into high plank. Knees or toes as you guide down. Toes point away. Soft and gentle in cobra. Feeling that light engagement in the back of the body. Pushing away, pushing to all fours, and coming into that same flow. So if we want to take the knees a little wider, you can do this with extended puppy if you prefer to have the knees parallel under the hips but further back, it's the same thing. Big breath. And you're going to almost feel the difference. So with that big powerful breath in, you feel the strength coming up and into the body, and then let go of it. It's time as we come back, got the option to stay here to settle in. What we're going to do is we're either going to hold the centre, or we're going to walk the hands across to one side and then draw back towards the centre, almost like you're taking the back of your hip round a corner to open up through one side more. You have chosen to take that turn. Let yourself lift, so your eye gaze brings your awareness back to the middle. And then see how the other side feels. back to the center. And lifting the body through. Easing back to down dog. Softening the knees. Big stride left and right. Or remember, there's lots of little baby steps option. Flop. And breathe in and up. Your eyes come to the top. Breathe out. Little shake of everything. And we're just going to take a little time up here on our feet. So we did a little bit of balancing at the start of the flow, and we did a little bit of engagement through here, which is going to be useful now. So come back to your mountain, always coming back to that for a strong base. And then we're going to start with tree. So your options for tree: heel sits just above the ankle, foot lower leg, or foot inside the thigh, mindful that we're not putting any pressure against the knee joint. A light squeeze of our bum to hold this space and open the hips. I'm going to let the arms reach up to the sky and open out. Collarbones lift up, shoulders roll away, and open up your fingertips. As you breathe in, feel the top of your head lift. And let your out breath roll down into your standing foot. Let your arms release, your leg release, little paddle. And then let's take that to the other side. Same thing, but remember, we don't have to do the same options each time. We can always go for a different level depending on what's happening in our hips today. So we might choose a different point for this one. We find the balance, squeezing the bottom. Standing leg is our root to lift out of. When we feel stable, shoulders roll back, everything lifts. You bring your eye gaze up a bit, which is good for your mood. Breathing in and up to the top of your head. The arms relax, relax the legs, little shake. Okay, come back to your top of space, span the floor. Breathe in and up. Keep your body tall. Exhale, just the hands down. Breathe in and up. Exhale, just the hands down. Let your hands separate. Walk your fingertips down your legs. Soften your knees and let yourself go flop. 3-part breath. When your hands on the floor, your breath is empty and you're going to breathe in and up the body. Inhale, fill yourself up. Exhale out wide at ribs. Inhale up to sky. And then let yourself flop. It's important here to work with your breath at a speed that feels good for you, particularly as you flop. Bend your knees to protect your back. And listen to your instincts. If your body wants to do that a little slower, it'll be trying to tell you that. It's a chance to tune in and listen. And if there's anything from your day that's pent up, physical, emotional, mental, that downwards, outwards breath is a great opportunity to let go of it. Next time you do find the bottom, let yourself stay there. Come back to thinking about a fold and lifting the hips back, softening the knees, tucking the chin. Half fold, big breath in, lift belly, lift eye gaze, lift ribs. Back back into fold. Hands find the ground. Let's walk our way back. Come into that down dog one last time. Find all the length, all the space, whilst being aware of how we're grounded through 4 points, hands and feet. Inhale, roll your body weight to high plank. Exhale to lower. Point toes away, press through tops of feet. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sink. Press into your hands. This time shift your body weight back and sit somewhere on your bum where you feel comfortable. We're staying down here now. That's nice, isn't it? Back to where we were at the beginning with the breath. This is called easy pose, which is funny because it's not always easy for everyone. So sitting a place where you feel comfortable. Take a moment to really find the length in your spine. And then while you're here, we're just going to give the neck a little release by dropping the ear to the shoulder. Think about the shoulders softly rolling away from the ear as it lifts. Using an in-breath to lift up and over the top. And an out-breath to settle in on the other side. An in-breath to lift to the middle. And an out-breath for chin to chest. Let your eye gaze come up. Think about your body moving through cat and cow, but seated. Draw the center of the back behind you. Let your shoulders soften, tuck your chin. And then ripple the other way. Roll the shoulders away, lift the ribs, lift the eye gaze, and lengthen out. That's it. Moving nice and steady. Next time your eye gaze come up, let's hold there, refine the length in the spine. I'm just going to take an opportunity to lengthen the spine. So you might simply sit and keep lifting your head towards the sky, or you can take a little extension from the hips by pressing your bum backwards and letting your fingertips or your hands sit on the floor in front of you. Whatever we choose, we want to feel comfortable in keeping the spine long. If we start to disappear and squash the chest, then that's a cue to unravel back out. Gently send the bum back, fingertips or hands on the floor. And whatever is connected to the floor, that's your focus. Every time we breathe out, we let our body and our breath drop towards that. You may find you hold still and really focus through fingertips or through hands, or you may find your body starts to let go of more and you want to edge a little further in. So see what happens. Exhale, let go, and find the ground.
From wherever you are, let your body soften, roll through your spine.
Back, you can simply flop or use your hands to guide your body with a little bit of activation in your core so that you can find the ground. If you're like me, something always goes clunk en route. Alright, let the weight drop into the feet. Let's keep the feet on the floor for a little while. Arms out wide, palms face the ceiling. You can be at shoulder height or a little lower if it helps you keep the shoulders soft. Bringing the feet together, squeezing the thighs together. Take a gentle twist to one side, using the opposite shoulder as your anchor point. And then breathing in to draw us over the top. Let's squeeze together the legs. Breathing out as you start to feel some stretch and release on the opposite side. Only beginning to breathe in again when you've emptied the breath away. Next time you come across the middle, let your legs stop. Bringing your arms in a little closer to the body. I'm going to take a soft release with knee drops. Allow one knee to fall out to the side. Big breath in to squeeze the leg back up. And use your out breath to let the other leg fall away. So we are working the muscles in the legs. Nice and gently in the hips. Focus on the out breath, where we calm and we lower. If that feels nice and you want to keep the flowing movement, then you can continue to do so. Well, then next time the leg comes in, you allow both knees to gently fall away from each other. Press the bottoms of the feet together for your reclined bound angle. If you find your back is starting to arch off the floor excessively, shift your legs around until you find a spot where it can relax. You can rest your hands over your belly. You can flop your arms out to the side, or you can use the heel of your hand on the thigh. Take a deep breath in. There's a really light connection. As we breathe out, we softly sweep away. Just bringing a little bit of traction. Through the inner thighs and the hips. As you settle into wherever you've chosen. Again, the out breath is there to calm and ground through the mind and the body. still feel like there's a little bit holding on. When you get to the top of your in-breath, just pause for a moment. And then slowly let it go. When you feel ready to move, use your hands to support the outside of your legs and a breath in as you gently ease the knees together. You can be still with your feet grounded, or you can give your legs a little hug. See how you feel. If you do choose to bring the legs in, you can lightly hold, or you can go for a full-on squeeze, wrapping the arms through. Breathing in to squeeze everything tight. Keeping the arms secure and breathing out to let go towards the ground. To bring more depth to the release. You feel ready to gently let the arms begin to release. Let the feet land. Let the arms land. Focus your breath from your shoulder down into your fingertips. Big breath in. Let your out breath roll from the top of the arm all the way through to the tips of the fingers. Notice how the body feels, where it is presently. We allow ourselves a little bit more time to relax this evening, so you might feel good where you are. You might want to slide your legs away so that your feet can go floppy like your hands have. You might want to curl on your side. Take a moment now to make that decision. Avoid loads of movement, just the movements we need. If you do want to slip a jumper on, then that's cool, you can do that. Well, it's not cool, it's warm, isn't it, if you put a jumper on? And allow yourself to settle in. I'm going to start with a little bit of an active release, and then bring that active release into stillness. We often find when we bring ourselves into relaxation, our monkey mind switches on and we start to twitch and itch. We're going to create small, isolated amounts of tension that we then let go of, to help draw us away from that, to give us another focus. So whether your legs are bent or your legs are long, take a moment to come into your breath and focus on your feet. Give your toes a little wiggle. Recognize movement. As you breathe in, you're going to squeeze or create a little bit of tension in your feet. You might find you curl your toes. As you breathe out, you let go of it. As we let go, we're dropping all the weight of the foot towards the ground. Letting any tension naturally release away. You can stay with your feet as long as you feel is required. And then think about your lower legs. You might find you can squeeze the muscles in your calves as you breathe in, and then we breathe out and let go of it. Don't worry if other parts of the body move as well. It can be tricky to isolate some areas. Again, you move when you see fit. When you think about squeezing the muscles in your thighs, you might feel your kneecaps lift a little. As you head towards your pelvis and your hips, it's your bottom that we can squeeze. Feel the body rise a little on the out breath. Relax. Our belly breath, we can use our in-breath to expand, to create movement. And our out breath to ground. You might think about your hands, wiggle your fingers, and then as you breathe in, clench your fists. As you breathe out, release them. We can keep that in the hands, or we can squeeze the muscles in the forearms also. You can start to squeeze the muscles in the top of the arms. All the time looking forward to the out breath. You can do this with your face. As you breathe in, you can screw your face up. And as you breathe out, relax the jaw, empty the breath. Let the skin and the muscles of the face melt and soften. So if there's any part of your body that is saying, please come back to me, give me a little bit more, then listen and respond. Otherwise, you can bring your breath into the space behind your eyebrows, focusing in on your in-breath to a central point, and use your out-breath to allow your head space to calm and to ground. And you'll reach a point for you where your movement has lessened. You're aware that you feel comfortable. And that's when it's time to enjoy the stillness, to enjoy the quiet, and to simply follow your breath. Anytime you find your monkey mind trying to tempt you away, accept that that's okay, it's natural. Acknowledge the thoughts that are there and take a step back towards your breath and back towards yourself. Keeping your breath steady and holding on to much of that stillness. Give your fingers and your toes a wiggle. Keeping your eyes closed. If your legs are extended, gently walk them in so that your heels are near your bottom. And give one of your legs a hug. Soft, calm breath. You can release it and then hug the other one. Both knees hug together. And from there you might feel okay to roll onto your side. So your knees are hugged in. You can take a moment there in a new space, snuggled in, secure in yourself. And then from there you can use one or both hands to gently press yourself away from the ground. Eyes are still closed or gazing down. As you draw yourself to a seated space where you feel comfortable. As you arrive, take a moment to check in with where you are. Use your in-breath to lengthen and your out-breath to re-find the ground. We're going to let the hands separate. Take a big breath in and sweep the palms up to the sky. As they meet, we exhale down the center line, letting our thumb pass our crown, our brow line, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral and root. Sweeping breath. Exhale into your heart space with love and with gratitude for yourself and for others. Namaste.